Hi there, this is just a brief test of going through Canvas and getting access to the NEIB e-library. Say that 10 times fast. So over here in the menu, we have the NEIB library. What I usually do is right click and then left click open link in a new tab. So let's do that. And then from here, I'm going to click A to Z databases, and I usually start my search with ProQuest. So I'm just going to click P, and it'll show me the databases that begin with P, and I'm just going to click ProQuest. Now that I'm in ProQuest, I can start by using an advanced search to look for articles related to my business analytics topic. So I never use this basic search because it doesn't really give me a lot of options here, except for full text and peer reviewed. You can really narrow down the scope of your search and get fewer results if you use this advanced search. So if I know exactly kind of what I'm looking for, the basic idea, I have some keywords of what I'm looking for. So let's start with an example then. Let's say my topic is educational data mining. I already know that there's a lot of literature out there on this topic, but I want to maybe narrow this down a little bit. So I'm going to start by doing educational data mining. I definitely want peer reviewed. I want to just look at the most recent or some more recent articles on this topic. So I'm just going to put last 3 years. That should help narrow down the number of results that I'm looking at for sure. I want educational data mining. Let's do the abstract because it might not appear quite like that in the title of the paper. I could also do something like this: educational data mining or learning analytics, something like that. And what else do I want to appear search for? Let's do classification as one of the techniques in analysis that we can use within educational data mining. So let's leave that maybe as anywhere. And I'm going to click search and see what happens. Oh, it doesn't like me. It's taking a little longer here. Here we go. Benefits of educational data mining. Looks like text and image classification down here, using data mining techniques and enhancing the quality of education. So we can see that here's one that looks like it used classification algorithms as applied to student data. That's good. Perhaps that may be an interesting one to look at. I can open that up. Maybe read through the introduction or abstract, which is over here on the right. EDM is an important tool in the field of classification of educational data, blah, blah, blah. So that might be worth saving. So what I would do with this one, since I found something that's could be helpful, I'm not going to read the whole thing right now, but I am going to save this citation and reference in my reference manager. So I'm going to click all options and export the citation. I use EndNote, so maybe you use RefWorks or EasyBib. I use EndNote. I'm going to click that. And this little pop-up comes up. All I need to do at this point is leave this on RIS. I want to export the citation abstract and any indexing. Click continue. And on my computer, the RIS format is already associated with EndNote. So if EndNote's not open on my computer, it's going to open it up and it's going to import the citation directly into my reference manager. And I can open that up and all of the metadata is here already placed into the appropriate areas. Okay. So now that it's in my reference manager, I can leave it right like that. Or what I like to do is organize all of my references. I do have a folder for educational data mining down here. So I'm going to add this reference to my EDM folder. Okay. You can see all of my references is on EDM. Okay, so now that it's in my reference manager, I can kind of go back. I can go back to the article and back to the search results if I wish. Here's another one that could be helpful. EDM, educational data-driven decision-making. This looks like it could be interesting too because it applies classification algorithms to help identify students at risk. Could be interesting. So I can do the same thing. I can open this up. I can save the reference, or export the citation, and note. Continue. And it's imported all in the correct format. I can also change my formatting that it'll show me down here. All right, so let's just do that. APA 6th. And I can click and drag down to my EDM folder. Okay. Since these are newer articles, I've sorted by the year. Whoops. Let's do the sort, yeah. So the last one I just did and this one. Okay, so you can see how that kind of works. And you can keep going through the same process. And of course, the abstract, I would read through the abstract briefly to see if this particular article really will help you or not. And then if it does, you can go ahead and read the whole thing. This one does not look incredibly long. Looks like a fairly straightforward read. So you can keep on going down this list to see which of these articles would be helpful for you in conducting your own research. Of course, I can go back and change. Maybe instead of classification, I might do clustering as another technique. And do the search there. And I get a few more results, 152. So I could keep going and doing things like that, modify my search, just like so. So I hope that little video helps you along your way with your searches that you are doing in ProQuest. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in class.